The rain had just started to fall when Ethan Cole walked into the little cafe on Fifth Avenue. The windows were fogged, the smell of roasted coffee filled the air, and soft jazz drifted through the speakers. He took a seat by the corner window, brushed raindrops from his jacket, and looked at the table across from him. 2 cups, 1 bouquet of white tulips, and 1 empty chair. He smiled bitterly. Another blind date. Another no-show. Ethan had promised his best friend he'd give dating another shot, but sitting there, staring at the clock that ticked louder with every passing minute, he wondered why he even tried. The waitress passed by with a gentle smile. "Still waiting, sir?" He nodded politely. "Yeah. Just a few more minutes." Inside, he felt that familiar ache, the loneliness he never admitted out loud. His life looked perfect from the outside: successful architect, decent home, steady job, but lately, it all felt empty. Too quiet. He looked toward the door one more time. Still no one. He sighed, reached for his phone, and typed out a message to the woman he was supposed to meet. "Hey, looks like you're not coming. No worries. Take care." But before he could press send, a soft little voice came from beside him. "Excuse me, are you Mr. Ethan?" He froze. Looked up. Standing there was a little girl, maybe 6 years old, curly brown hair, pink raincoat, holding a stuffed bunny that looked almost as big as her smile. Ethan blinked. Yeah. That's me." She nodded earnestly, her curls bouncing. "My mommy's sorry she's late." For a moment, Ethan just stared, unsure if he heard right. "Your mommy?" The girl climbed onto the chair opposite him, setting her bunny carefully beside her. "She said she'll be here soon. She had to help someone at the hospital." Hospital. The word hit something deep in him. His mother had been a nurse. Always late, always saving someone else's life before thinking about her own. He relaxed a little. "Oh, she's a nurse." The girl nodded proudly. "She helps people. Even when she's tired. Sometimes she forgets to eat. But she says helping is more important." Ethan couldn't help but smile. "Sounds like your mom's pretty amazing." "She is." The little girl beamed. "She said you might leave, so I should tell you she's really sorry." He chuckled softly. "Well, you're doing a great job as her messenger." He waved to the waitress. "Can we get a hot chocolate extra whipped cream?" The little girl's eyes sparkled. "You knew." He smiled. "Lucky guess. It's my niece's favorite." Minutes passed. The cafe felt warmer now. The girl, whose name he soon learned was Mia, told him about her bunny, Sir Fluffy, and how she wanted to be a doctor like her mom. Ethan listened. He didn't realize how much he'd missed the sound of innocent laughter until that moment. Then, the door opened and everything around him seemed to pause. A woman hurried in, hair damp from the rain, wearing navy blue scrubs and the kind of exhaustion only long shifts can bring. She scanned the cafe until her eyes landed on Mia and Ethan. "Mia," she called, breathless. "Sweetheart, I told you to wait outside. Oh my goodness." Ethan stood. "You must be Claire." Her cheeks flushed with embarrassment. "Yes. I'm so sorry. There was an emergency at the hospital and I..." He raised a hand gently. "It's okay. You sent a pretty great stand-in." Claire laughed softly, kneeling beside her daughter. "You weren't too much trouble, I hope." "Mommy, he bought me hot chocolate," Mia announced proudly. "And he said you're amazing." Claire blinked, surprised, then smiled shyly. Well, now I really feel bad for being late. Don't, Ethan said. Some things are worth waiting for. For the first time in years, he meant it. They sat together, and conversation flowed easily about work, life, the chaos of being a single parent. Claire spoke with warmth and honesty, her eyes glowing every time she looked at her daughter. I wasn't even sure I should come tonight, she admitted softly. Dating feels selfish sometimes. Like it's taking time away from her. Ethan leaned forward, voice gentle. It's not selfish. It's brave. It means you still believe in good things even after life got hard. Claire smiled faintly, eyes glistening. You sound like someone who understands. He hesitated, then nodded. My mom was a nurse. She used to say, you can't heal others if you forget to heal yourself. Guess I never really understood that until now. For a while, they just sat there quiet, but comfortable. Two people who had been alone too long, realizing maybe they didn't have to be anymore. Hours passed unnoticed. Mia fell asleep in her chair, bunny tucked under her chin. The rain had stopped outside, leaving the streets glistening under the city lights. When it was time to go, Claire reached for her purse and something small slipped out, clinking softly against the floor. Ethan bent down and picked it up. It was a silver bracelet, simple but beautiful, engraved with the letters C+A. He held it out. This yours? Claire froze, color draining from her face. No, that can't be. I lost this a year ago at the park near the river. It was my husband's. He gave it to me before he... She didn't finish the sentence. Ethan's heart pounded. He opened his wallet, pulled out a worn photo, a little girl holding that same bracelet in her hand. My niece found this last summer, he said quietly. She asked me to keep it safe. She said it looked like something important. Claire's eyes filled with tears. It is. It was all I had left of him. She took the bracelet carefully, as if afraid it would vanish. I can't believe this. Ethan smiled softly. Maybe it was meant to find its way back to you. She looked at him, then really looked, and something unspoken passed between them, grief, gratitude, and something new. Something hopeful. Mia stirred, rubbing her eyes. Mommy, can Mr. Ethan come again? You smiled a lot today. Claire laughed through her tears. We'll see, sweetheart. Ethan knelt beside Mia. I'd like that. If it's okay with your mom. Claire nodded slowly, smiling. I think it's more than okay. Outside, the night was quiet. The city lights shimmered like fallen stars. Ethan walked them to their car, his heart lighter than it had been in years. As Claire buckled Mia in, she turned to him and whispered, maybe people don't come into our lives late. Maybe they arrive exactly when they're meant to. He smiled. I think you're right. She hesitated for a moment, then stood on her toes and kissed his cheek. Thank you. For waiting. He watched as they drove away, the car's tail lights fading into the rainy night. He didn't know what the future held, but for the first time in a long time he wanted to find out. Weeks passed. The little cafe became their place. Every Friday, Ethan would save the same table by the window, 3 cups now, 1 latte, 1 black coffee, and 1 tiny cup of hot chocolate. Mia would color on napkins while Claire and Ethan talked for hours about everything, and sometimes about nothing at all. One evening, as the sun dipped low and the city glowed gold outside, Claire reached across the table and took his hand. I think, she whispered, Adam would be liked you. Ethan squeezed her hand gently. Then I'm the lucky one. Mia giggled. Are you guys gonna kiss now? Claire blushed. Ethan laughed. Maybe someday, kiddo. And when someday came months later, in that same little cafe he did. A kiss that wasn't rushed, wasn't forced, but simply right. Because sometimes, love doesn't arrive on time. It shows up late, soaked in rain, carried in by a little girl with a stuffed bunny. And it reminds you that even after loss, even after heartbreak, you can still begin again. Dash dash. End. Dash dash. Sparkle's moral, love isn't about perfect timing, it's about perfect grace. The people meant for you will always find their way, no matter how late they arrive.